Have you ever wondered what truly makes a man feel fulfilled and deeply happy? Is it just sex, or is there something deeper, something more meaningful that they long for? A while back, I had a deep conversation with a friend. He wasn't just venting about life or relationships, he was reflecting. He said, "It's not the big romantic gestures or even the physical stuff that keeps me happy. It's the little things that make me feel whole." That stuck with me because it was so honest and raw, and it got me thinking, what are those things? What are the hidden treasures that men hold dear? The things they might not even express out loud. So today, I'm sharing the 4 things that make men happier than sex. And trust me, the first one might surprise you. Let's start with something profound. 1, a sense of legacy. Have you ever thought about what men truly want to leave behind? Spoiler alert, it's not just money or trophies. It's impact. A lasting legacy that says, "I was here and I made a difference." I remember a conversation with an older man who had just retired after decades of working in the same company. I asked him what he was most proud of, and he didn't mention the promotions or the financial success. Instead, he said, "I'm proud that the younger guys I mentor still call me for advice. That's how I know I did something right." He wasn't talking about awards or accolades. He was talking about the people he'd inspired and the lives he'd touched. That was his legacy. For many men, a sense of legacy starts small. It could be raising kind, responsible kids who carry their values forward, or it could be building something meaningful, a business, a project, even a tradition that lives on after they're gone. These acts of creation and influence are what give men a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment. And here's the thing, leaving a legacy isn't just about the big, flashy gestures. It's about the everyday actions that add up over time. Men feel a deep sense of pride and joy knowing that their efforts, no matter how small, have contributed to something greater than themselves. It's about making sure that when they're gone, their life meant something to the people they cared about and the world around them. This is why men often gravitate toward roles and responsibilities where they can make a tangible difference. It's not about ego, it's about purpose. Think about the men in your life. What legacy are they building, whether they realize it or not? Is it the way they encourage their kids to be kind and courageous? Is it the way they support and uplift others around them? Or maybe it's the quiet consistency of showing up and making life better for the people they love. Have you ever acknowledged them for that? Here's a simple way to nurture this sense of legacy. Remind the men in your life that their impact matters, whether it's a heartfelt thank you for the example they set or encouragement to pursue something they're passionate about. Those words can mean the world. Help them see that they're not just living day to day, they're shaping the future in meaningful ways. When men feel that they're building something lasting, it gives their life a sense of direction and meaning that can't be replaced. It's clear that these deeper joys, legacy, laughter, connection are what truly make men happier than sex. 2, a safe space to fail. What happens when a man makes a mistake? Does he feel supported or judged? Think about it. How often are men given the grace to fail without fear of losing respect? I once spoke to a friend who shared a moment that changed his entire perspective on relationships. He had made a big financial mistake, an investment that didn't pan out. He was expecting disappointment, even criticism, but instead, his partner looked at him and said, "It's okay, we'll figure it out together." That simple response, full of understanding and support, made him feel something he hadn't felt in a long time: relief. He described it as the happiest and most secure he'd ever been in a relationship. See, men are often under immense pressure to succeed. Society tells them they must always have the answers, always be strong, always deliver. But the truth is, they're human too. They stumble, they doubt themselves, and they carry the fear of letting others down. When a man is given the space to fail without judgment, it's like a weight is lifted off his shoulders. It tells him, you're not defined by your mistakes. You're valued for who you are. This doesn't mean excusing reckless behavior, but it does mean offering empathy and encouragement in moments of struggle. For many men, a partner's reaction to failure can be the defining moment in the relationship. If they're met with understanding, they feel safe, respected, and valued. But if they're met with criticism or dismissal, it can make them withdraw, feeling as though their worth is conditional on success. Think about this. Have you ever reassured a man in your life when he was struggling? What was his response? That moment might have meant more to him than you realized. And if you haven't yet, Imagine what it could do for his confidence and trust in you if you offered that safe space. A simple phrase like, "I believe in you," or "we'll handle this together," can transform how a man sees himself in his relationship. It's a reminder that he's not alone and that his value extends far beyond his successes or failures. Now that we've talked about the power of a safe space to fail, let's dive into something equally transformative. 3, a challenge that pushes them to grow. Did you know that men thrive on challenges? Not the kind that stress them out, but the ones that inspire them to grow. These aren't just tasks to complete, they're opportunities to become better versions of themselves. I once knew a guy who had always wanted to get into rock climbing, but never took the leap. Then one day, his partner surprised him with lessons for the two of them. At first, he was nervous, even skeptical. He thought he wouldn't be good at it. But as they trained together and started scaling walls, something clicked. He wasn't just climbing rocks, he was proving to himself that he could take on new challenges and conquer them. He told me later that it wasn't just about the thrill of climbing, but about realizing his partner believed in his potential even when he doubted himself. Challenges come in all shapes and sizes. For some men, it's physical, like running a marathon, building something with their hands, or mastering a sport. For others, it's more personal, like starting a side hustle, taking on a leadership role, or becoming a better communicator in their relationships. What these challenges have in common is that they push men to step out of their comfort zones and discover what they're truly capable of. And when they're supported by someone who believes in them, the sense of fulfillment is amplified. Why do challenges mean so much to men is because growth is deeply tied to their sense of purpose. When a man overcomes a challenge, it's not just about achieving a goal, it's about proving to himself that he's evolving. It feeds his confidence and gives him a sense of accomplishment that goes far beyond fleeting pleasures. And when a partner encourages him to take on these challenges, it builds trust and connection. It shows him that she sees his potential and is invested in his journey. Think about the men in your life. Have you ever encouraged them to chase a goal or take on a new challenge? Maybe it was something small, like trying a new hobby, or something big, like pursuing a dream job. How did they respond? Did they light up at the thought of someone believing in them? If you haven't yet, what's one way you could inspire them to push themselves? The key is to strike a balance. Men don't want to feel pressured or criticized, but they do appreciate being motivated in a way that feels supportive. It could be as simple as saying, "I know you can do this," or suggesting, "Let's try this together." Challenges are less intimidating when they're shared, and the reward is a stronger bond and a deeper sense of achievement. 4, genuine laughter. When was the last time you made a man laugh until his stomach hurt? That kind of joy is like pure gold. It creates moments he'll treasure for a lifetime. But here's the secret. Laughter isn't just about humor, it's about connection. I remember talking to a friend about the moment he knew he wanted to marry his girlfriend. He didn't say it was her looks or her cooking. It was her ability to make him laugh. "I couldn't stop laughing at her corny jokes," he said with a smile. Even the ones that didn't make sense were funny because of how she told them. It felt like she got me in a way no one else ever did. That laughter wasn't just about the jokes, it was about feeling understood, relaxed, and truly happy in her presence. Think about it. Laughter has a way of cutting through the seriousness of life. When work is stressful, bills are piling up, or the future feels uncertain, a shared laugh can make everything feel lighter. It's not about cracking the funniest joke or having a stand-up routine, it's about finding joy in the little moments. Maybe it's a shared inside joke, a silly dance in the kitchen, or poking fun at a situation only the two of you understand. Those moments aren't just fun, they're bonding experiences that build intimacy. Why is laughter so important? For one, it lowers stress and releases feel-good hormones, making people feel closer and happier. But for men, it's also a form of emotional safety. When they can laugh with you, it signals that they're in a space where they can let their guard down and be themselves. Genuine laughter isn't forced or fake. It comes from a deep sense of comfort and connection. And that's something men value more than they might ever admit. So here's a question. Do you have a memory of making a man laugh so hard that tears streamed down his face? Maybe it was something silly you said or a funny mishap you both couldn't stop laughing about. If you can create those moments of pure joy, you're giving him something that lasts far beyond the moment, a connection he'll always remember. The next time you're with him, don't be afraid to be playful or goofy. Share a funny story, try something ridiculous, or just embrace the joy of the moment. It's not about perfection, it's about being real. Genuine laughter doesn't just make a man happy, it makes him feel closer to you. Now that we've explored the power of genuine laughter, let's take a step back and reflect on what all these things have in common. It's not about grand gestures, it's about creating meaningful moments that leave a lasting impact. With that said, thanks for watching, and until the next time,